Sadiq, for example, in Ziyarat Ashura, why does he not mention certain names? There's a very wise point in this. Because in Ziyarat Ashura, Abu Sufyan, Muawiyah, Shimr, their names are mentioned. But there may be others whose names are not mentioned. Why? It's as if Imam al-Sadiq is teaching us that la'na has a time and a place. This stupidity, this absolute stupidity that's happening in the Shia world today. Absolute stupidity. And wallah, I do not care if you wear 1,000 turbans on your head. Because the worshippers of turbans have to also be people who address issues with wisdom. You sitting in London, that couple of people who sit there in London, and they sit there and they have nothing else to do but produce YouTube clips. And their YouTube clips, I wish it was just against people outside of us. It's against people within the school of Ahlul Bayt. Sayyid X is the son of adultery. Sayyid Y is the son of this. Sayyid this is this. Sayyid this is Shaykh this is this. And they will publicly come and send their la'na on individuals respected by other schools of Muslims. These people, when you ask them, excuse me, don't you know that in Saudi and Saudi Arabia, there are Shia who get killed because of you? So what? Some may get killed, but more may change. You know, sometimes when you're dealing with cavemen, I'm sorry, when you're dealing with piety, there may be someone in Parachinar who gets killed because of you. Parachinar, you know Parachinar? You know how many Shia get killed in Parachinar? People are telling me Bahrain, alhamdulillah, received some media coverage. Parachinar, no media coverage. A whole village of Shia gets slaughtered because of who? Because of scholars in London who think, alhamdulillah, now that they're receiving benefits from the government and the government gives them a house for them to speak and they can have internet connection, you get these people coming out on the internet and saying, alhamdulillah, we want to send la'na on person X and Y and Z because this is no more time for taqiyya. Let the fights happen. And you ask the maraja to speak. Alhamdulillah, Sayyid Ali Khamenei, may Allah lengthen his life, spoke. And Sayyid Ali Sistani, may Allah lengthen his life, spoke. And others spoke. But there's always one or two who stay silent. So you ask them, excuse me, you're a marja. Why are you silent on this issue? Because when it's salah and saum, you're very loud. But on this issue, why are you silent? Because they're our fellow Shia, so we can't attack them. I tell you, sometimes I wonder whether they are actually a frontline mirror for what you believe as a marja as well. Of course, you're not going to say it, but you put them on the front line. Speak, speak, speak. When it comes to you, oh, don't get involved in this issue. Alhamdulillah, those maraja got involved. Because these people, do you know what they did in London? They celebrated the day of the death of Aisha. Me and you, say you live in Vancouver, and say I used to live in London. Me and you go back to our homes, cozy bed, and we go to sleep. Those Shia in Saudi, or those Shia in Pakistan, or those Shia in Malaysia, who get put in prison because of the actions of these. It's not like me to want to attack people in my school, but there comes a point when someone has to say something because we don't want to accept this narrow-minded ideology. When I send la'na on certain individuals, I'll send, but there are others I don't need to send publicly. Why? If my imam didn't mention their names, I don't need to come out and mention names. My imam was giving me a hint that there's a time and a place for everything. Protect the legacy of this school. Don't destroy it with your behavior. And the problem is that these types of individuals, the rubbish that they produce, unfortunately is counted on our shoulders. On our shoulders. And I'll ask you to go on YouTube tonight and watch a clip. Type in my name and type in the word next to it, reality. And they'll show you clips from my lectures and clips from their lectures. And they'll say, ask which one is doing taqiyya and which one isn't. That's the mess they got us in. where now they show that there's a contradiction. One is saying respect the other schools, the others are saying no, do la'na on all of them and their wives and their daughters. In other words, with this issue of tabarra, there has to be wisdom applied. With every form of tabarra,